Right, just so this video isn't completely clickbait, I'm now going to be putting up a picture of Johnny Depp for the next 10 seconds, and this is to make sure that there is some relevance for the thumbnail in the video. Yeah, that's about it really. Right, onwards with the video. Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and if you've ever spent more than 10 minutes on the internet, you'll have found a pretty strange story about people marrying inanimate objects. Yes, you'll have seen many news articles of people who decide to marry buildings, they might decide to marry a car, or hell, they might decide to marry their own dog. All of these are pretty much topics in their own right. However, what we're going to be talking about today is a little bit different, mainly because of the fact that somebody decided to marry a ghost pirate. A 45-year-old Irish woman called Amanda Teague from County Louth at first look seems to live a fairly normal life. She had an ex-partner to which she had 5 children, and she works as a Pirates of the Caribbean Jack Sparrow impersonator, which is a little less normal, but hey, if you make a living, then fair play. However, the story gets a little bit stranger when I tell you that this lady has, well, for some time at least, been dating a 300-year-old ghost pirate, and well, they've also been doing the birds and the bees, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this all started in 2014 when she was meditating and communicated with the pirate spirit, who, after rudely interrupting her meditation, came back and the two decided to talk. After some months, she became convinced that he was Jack Teague, the pirate who would eventually go on to inspire the creation of the character Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. This is, debatable, shall we say, but she's adamant that this is the case, and well, I mean, it could very well just be a way for her to live out her Jack Sparrow fantasy, but that's just one man's opinion. As a matter of fact, she's gone on record and said that the lovemaking that she's made with this ghost pirate has been better than any living man she's ever been with. Which, again, raises more questions than answers, and it's not answers that I think we really need to know. Curiosity's a funny thing. Her new ethereal pirate lover was apparently executed in the 18th century, and 300 years later is now dating this lass. According to her, she can touch and communicate with spirits, much like she can do with any living human. His energy can be felt. Look, not going to question it, this is above my pay grade, if you believe it, you believe it. According to Amanda, her lover has long dark hair, is dark-skinned and is definitely mixed race, who has more African features than Caucasian features. Apparently being very tall and well built. This is starting to sound more like a fan fiction than it is a brain spill video, but I mean, where do you draw the line at the end of the day? There are people who believe in spirits, and there are people who don't. So, if you're a medium or a person who believes in spirits, then you will know that spirit energy can touch us. They can hug us, they can physically touch us, and we can physically feel them. Obviously, having an intimate relationship with a spirit is taking that sensation to a more deeper level. But it works in exactly the same way as feeling a spirit touch your hand or touch your face. Alrighty then. Out of her 5 children, her youngest son apparently has a strong faith and believes that it's probably not that bad of an idea to have a ghost pirate as your stepfather. You can just tell I'm very skeptical about this whole thing. However, trouble in paradise, as she didn't just want casual sex anymore, she wanted something more serious. She wanted a commitment. And, well, eventually, this ghost pirate proposed to her. I told him I wasn't really cool with having casual sex with a spirit, and I wanted us to make a proper commitment to each other. If I'm going to be in a long-term relationship with somebody, I have the right to be married. I wanted the big traditional wedding with the white dress. It was very important to me. So the wedding was on, and well, I don't think marrying a ghost in Ireland is particularly legal, so in order for this to happen, she had to sail out into international waters in order for the marriage ceremony to take place. She said that she couldn't speak for him, but assured everybody that yes, there was consent here, and they even had a medium present to communicate with... Yes, they had a medium present to make sure that everything was above board. This was probably the easiest day's pay the mediums ever made, not gonna lie. So they got married. They happily went on their honeymoon in Ireland and then came back to settle into married life. Kinda makes me wonder whether she did the whole wedding thing to get a bunch of free shit from her wedding gifts, but I don't know, it's an idea. I mean, I'm surprised other people haven't married ghost pirates since. In fact, she says that she's been going on dates with her newly beloved to dinner dates and to the cinema, which is odd for a few reasons. First, that a 300-year-old ghost pirate is probably mind blown by the technology for the cinema, but in addition, I assume when she goes for a table, she has to get a table for two and orders for two? Who knows? I certainly had my suspicions as to what the whole point of all this was and why this was being made so public, and that was until I read on a news article that apparently she and her husband, the ghost pirate, were co-authoring a book together as to their experiences on life marrying a ghost pirate. Yeah, just suspicions at the moment, nothing else. I mean, I can't think of any other reason possibly why this has turned into a massive news story, but you know, you can make your own assumptions. However, not everything lasts forever, and unfortunately, this marriage was not meant to be, as over time, the love dwindled and the two eventually started growing apart. This can happen for a number of reasons, and it's very unfortunate when, couples would separate, and in this particular case, the reason is because the ghost pirate was apparently an energy vampire. Look, I'm no expert in this field, but I'm pretty sure when you tick the box on the form to say you're going to get divorced, the fact that your partner is an energy vampire is probably not one of the options. But apparently, he had never truly accepted his death, and as a result, this was dragging her down. He had never accepted his own death, so he wanted to continue living through my body. In the end, a lot of red flags. And in the end, after the operation, I realised that it definitely was him, and it took me a while to figure out whether he knew or not that it was definitely him, that he intended to harm me. When I realised that, yes, he knew, I ended up having an exorcism in December of last year. Yes, she performed an exorcism to end the relationship. She's reported that her mental health has improved since she divorced her husband, and as a result, she's cut all ties with the spiritual world. That's all the royalties on the book dried up pretty quickly. So yeah, overall a pretty interesting time in her life. And although that the marriage never worked out with the ghost pirate, as you can probably tell, I'm still pretty skeptical about the whole thing. However, there is a quote from her about her time connecting with the ghost which actually makes a little bit more sense. She said, "I've always really struggled with my sexuality from a young age. I would identify as being on the asexual spectrum, so the physical body isn't really important. It's more about the energy connection or the chemistry. I'm not asexual myself, so I can't really relate. However, what I do understand is that if you can find some sort of a connection or happiness with something which, might not even be a physical thing or person, then, more power to you. However, out of anything you could have chosen, a ghost pirate is a pretty odd one to choose. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified as soon as I upload my next video, be sure to hit the bell button. And if you've got any ideas for what topics you'd like me to discuss next, let me know down in the comments below. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description. Right, I'm going to look forward to probably not sleeping tonight because I'm going to have a ghost pirate haunting me in my dreams, mainly because I've basically taken the mickey out of a ghost pirate for the past 10 minutes, so if this is the last video you see from me, you'll know why. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.